The complex human fabric of Southeast Asia creates a magnetic charm. Impressionable images come so fast that a visit to these lands is like a continuous, fascinating film. Peasants bend over flooded paddy fields, muttering prayers to the ethereal guardian of the rice. Hour upon hour, women patiently tend their shaded sidewalk stalls. Black-eyed boys hawk sweets from squeaky pushcarts. And orange-robed Buddhist monks file beneath the eaves of sacred temples. On and on the images unfold. The glitter, the color of an Eastern crowd is so mysterious, so resplendent, so somber. Southeast Asia is made up of peninsulas jutting down from mainland Asia and a vast expanse of islands lying to the east and south. Burma is the westernmost country included in Southeast Asia. 35 million people live in Burma. 4/5 of them live in small farming villages. The pattern of life follows the old, crude methods of supplying their daily rice. The world's best teakwood logs come from the rich, thick tropical forests that cover more than half the country. Only 3 cities have a population over 200,000. Here, beautiful buildings and modern technology are prevalent. Designed after boats that went from Burma to Ceylon, this luxurious restaurant accommodates 1,000 guests at a time. The people are friendly, noted for their generosity and hospitality. To a Burmese, a smile is more than eloquent words. Their language has no good morning or good night, so a Westerner should not read too much into a Burmese girl's smile. She probably is only saying hello or goodbye. Rangoon, the capital city, has broad streets and imposing buildings. It ranks as one of the finest cities in the East. Towering 326 feet into the sky, in the heart of the city is Kipling's waking, winking wonder, the gold-encrusted Shwe Dagon Pagoda. It is the most famous shrine in Burma and the largest Buddhist temple in the world. Majestic Shwe Dagon gleams with tons of gold leaf. With a history dating back 2,500 years, it is the most venerated place of worship for all Buddhists. The main temple is surrounded with 64 smaller pagodas. The entire complex is decorated with vigorous carvings of animals, humans, and gods. The terrace is paved with marble slabs. As a measure of respect, everyone goes barefoot in the pagoda area. Buddhism started 25 centuries ago in India as a protest to Hinduism. The founder took the name Buddha because it means the enlightened one. Buddha images, reclining, seated, or standing, abound throughout the Buddhist world. Monks hold a high place in Burmese society, and their influence pervades all social strata. Every village and hamlet has a monastery maintained by the community. Between the ages of 7 and 13, boys are sent to a monastery. Their heads are shaved, they are swathed in saffron robes. Here they learn the fundamentals of Buddhism and to read and write. This accounts for the high rate of literacy in Burma. Buddha teachings offer no deity, no dogma of faith, no concept of divine revelation. Shrines attract many pilgrims who make offerings of food and flowers. Merit is also gained by washing the idols with water purchased for the ritual. Followers meditate on a search for truth and learning the rules of self-discipline. This, they believe, will bring them to the peaceful realm of nirvana, the ultimate goal of the Buddhists. Seventh-day Adventist mission offices in Rangoon are truly a credit to the world church. The story of the growth of the church becomes very individual in a land where Christianity has touched so few people. During World War II, it was a matter of survival. Sabbath keepers numbered only 1,000, and many of them were imprisoned, persecuted, and even killed. Today, religious freedom exists. The church, however, functions under stringent circumstances. For example, no Burmese national Seventh-day Adventist has left the country since 1958. To hold evangelistic meetings, applications must be made for approval of the place, the length of time, all subjects to be presented, and handbills to be used. When the country was nationalized in the 1960s, the 100-bed Adventist hospital in Rangoon was taken over. Helen Lay remembers when the 13th Sabbath offering provided this fine institution for the church in Burma. She says, "I worked 15 years for the church. Now I work here under different conditions and try to witness for my Lord." Ba Kien and his wife carry a burden for the children of Burma. Recently, new ways have opened to reach the people with the gospel. Small villages with no government schools have offered to help to pay for a teacher. Ba Kien says, "We now have schools in 20 villages with Bible as one of the main subjects." During the 1979 school vacation, youth of the church conducted 58 vacation Bible schools. Over 1,500 children attended, an unprecedented record in this country. The Vacation Bible School contacts provide new opportunities for evangelism. Mrs. Ba Kien directs an elementary school in Rangoon for children of church members. Nationalization closed 28 elementary schools and 1 academy for our church, and for several years no church school existed. Recently, 4 schools have been opened as junior Bible seminaries. This quarter, Sabbath school members will help strengthen the educational program in Burma. Representative students and instructors from Miao Miao Bible Seminary express faith that the need for adequate buildings will be provided. Miao Miao is the only ministerial and Bible instructors training center for Burma. It is young men like Yeko who look to Miao Miao Seminary. Yeko is 32. For 9 years, he held a high government position. After his baptism, he resigned from his work and will soon graduate from the 3-year ministerial course. And it is young women like Nu who find Miao Miao School an answer to prayer. Nu was raised a Buddhist. In 1975, she and a sister attended meetings held in their village. Nu wanted to be baptized. Her sister strongly objected. The family told her that she would be disowned if she became a Christian. But Nu says she was impressed. She had to do the things she felt was right.
Nu is telling us she was impressed with the clean living. No liquor, no tobacco, no unclean meats.
After 2 years, Nu made her decision. She took her few belongings from home and was baptized. She has completed the 2-year Bible course and is now a Bible worker for the mission. Christian education for those interested in other fields besides Bible work is not available in Burma. Rosalind and Christabel attend Spicer College in India. Because a government requirement for all Burmese to re-register, the girls recently had to return to their homes. This was hazardous. All Burmese families must register a child after they are 12 years old. If one leaves the country, the family is expected to report it. When reported, there is no way the child can legally enter the country again. Christabel says to get to Spicer College from their home in Rangoon, they must travel 400 miles by train, 250 miles by bus, and 80 miles by jeep over dangerous mountain trails. At the Burma-India border area, they must stay with Adventist families to pick up enough of the local language to aid them in crossing the border as local residents. Following a guide, they walk 2 days through jungle and over mountains and are stopped at many checkpoints. From a small village, they go by bus 2 days and nights, then by train 4 days and 4 nights. At Spicer, Rosalind says, they do not identify as being from Burma. They have no communication from home except when someone from the church in India may be going to Burma and can hand carry a letter. A report from Burma must include the work of the Voice of Prophecy School. Nearly 2,500 enrollments were received in 1978. Though all press copy must be censored, the church is privileged to be able to provide Sabbath school supplies and even health books, Steps to Christ, and Bible readings for colporteurs to sell. Laymen like Daniel become devoted to the church.
I'm very glad to be a Seventh-day Adventist with my family.
Baptized in December 1976, Daniel leads out in Sabbath services for his 9 children and the other members in his community. On Sabbath morning, the bell tolls at the church and the mission compound in Rangoon. Throughout Burma, Sabbath school members in 90 churches and 84 companies make their way to worship service at the same time as those who attend the church at the mission. A time-honored custom, children remove their shoes at the entryway before going into their Sabbath school. Singing at the church service fuses the Burmese and English languages.
The word for the wood for the sacrifice.
It is a high day for the people when a General Conference Sabbath School representative is the guest speaker. As Charles Brooks closed his sermon, he began to sing.
Often when earth has no balm for my healing, there I find comfort, and there I am blessed.
The 7,070 Adventists in Burma send their love to you. Our faith is strong. We look forward to the coming of the Lord.
This is Mission Spotlight.